How do you deal with disappointment? It's something you've looked forward to maybe for weeks, for months, maybe even for years, is suddenly postponed or canceled. It's tough. You know, there's more to life than just that one event, but still, something you've looked forward to, that you've planned for, that you've prepared for, maybe a family dinner or a celebration, a graduation or a concert, festival, a recital. And now, I get it. Sunday was supposed to be an ordination service. One of my friends was going to preach. My family was going to be there to help sing. And now we have to wait. You know, David was a guy who had some pretty amazing moments in his life. David was called in from the pastures to be anointed king. He wins the showdown with Goliath in pretty incredible fashion. He gains fame, he gains honor. He was a great musician and a poet. And yet David deals with his share of disappointment. He has to wait for years to become the king. And then he becomes king, he orders a murder, he commits adultery, his sons rebel against him. You know, David even dreams of building a temple to God and then is kept by God from building the temple because he's a violent man. He's a man after God's own heart, but I'm sure this is not how he imagined his reign would go. David often processed his thoughts by writing poetry. One of those poems comes at a time where David is pretending to be insane in order to escape some of his enemies. It's Psalm 34. It's a poem of praise and thanksgiving, but it's real and it's raw. It doesn't pretend that everything is always perfect, but instead David thanks God for hearing his cries and his prayer. It starts, "I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. My soul makes its boast in the Lord. Let the humble hear and be glad. O magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together." But later, we also hear the reality when David writes, "Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord rescues them from all." Even followers of Jesus face hard times. Jesus said, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." You know, this whole poem is beautiful, but the one line that stands out most to me is verse 18, where David writes, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." I don't know, it's a comfort to me that God comes near to us and hears our prayers and hears our cries. God comes near and rescues and redeems. I think it's David pointing forward to the gospel. Yeah, some of us are disappointed at what we're missing. I think God hears our disappointments. He comes near, he consoles, but he doesn't leave us there. He brings hope and peace, deliverance and protection. I will bless the Lord at all times, even now.